see what I see?
Do you see what I see?
Good afternoon, everyone. Views from my backyard. So today, I wanted to touch on mindset from my perspective and experience. So, well, let me start this out by saying appreciation and love is the easiest route to go with anything in life. I know that's a bit general, but it's just the truth. Try it out. I also wanted to say that this is mainly going to be about thinking differently. Because it doesn't have to be a negative experience. It could be a positive experience. Example, I was in a car crash in June. The negative about that is my car is gone. The positive about that was I received a lump sum payment for injuries. The negative about getting the money could have been, well, I just spend it all on something stupid. But even though or just getting another car. Now, of course, I need another car, but you know, this is how I looked at it. Yeah, we don't have a car. However, I was able to actually get a lump sum to put toward my business that I've been building. So, which allowed me to propel it in the direction that I actually want it to go. So, a lot of people would be like, oh, why would you do that? You have all these kids, you got all these things, you gotta, there's all big ass responsibility, blah, 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 blah. But what they don't, but the direction that their lives or business is going, it doesn't align with what I'm trying to do. So since it's not within my interests, I understand that how I go about things is not within other people's interest. But if you are aligned with what I'm saying, then I hope it resonates and I hope it encourages you like others encouraged me. So, mindset. I seen this video about this lady who was Ubering, and she was showing like which jobs she would accept, which jobs she wouldn't accept, and the reasons why. I'll link the video, reference her name and everything. And I'm just gonna say, I see what her strategy is, and I freaking agree. That's how you should go about it. I also do want to mention, because if you do watch the video, I might post the part that I'm talking about right here. She references a $20 job versus a $7 job. The $20 job she would take, even though it's two separate jobs at the same place. The $7 job she wouldn't take because it wasn't adding up versus the mileage and then the amount of money that was going to be paid, which was like $7 for, I guess, going 7 miles. Okay. So I just want to say this. In agreement and in addition to what she's saying, that is a strategy. A great strategy for Uber. I've known a few people who did Uber for like years, and they complain that they weren't making money. So if you're one of those people that complain that you don't make money from Uber, I want to show you something. There's this guy who my husband's friend was talking to, and he was making thousands of dollars a week on Uber. We alone made $4,000 extra. So I know that it's possible. I know that you can, with anything in life, like literally, not even just Uber, with anything that you want to do. If you put in the right strategy and you actually work hard on it, if you care enough, you'll make money. And it's not going to be pennies. It's not going to be just a few hundred. You're going to make money. So, our strategy that we used, okay, with our large family and everything else. First of all, our whole family did it. Our whole family came along. Like, it was a whole family thing. It is a whole family thing. Everybody's in the car, we're doing deliveries together. So that was a plus for us. Now, as far as the jobs that we took, we started out, we took every single job. Like, of course, when we just started, we were new, we took every single job. And doing that, hearing the ding, it was addicting. I'm not even gonna lie. It was freaking addicting. And so when I realized that, hey, you can make thousands of dollars doing this if you because literally you can work 12-hour shifts. So you can Uber 12 hours at a time. Okay, that's number one. Number two, they pay the Prop 22 earnings. Now, if you have Uber, just read it and you understand what that is. So the first time that we did it, we were Ubering from, first of all, they show you the peak times, okay? They show you the peak times for when, it's dinner, lunch. Oh, this is a great time to Uber. You can earn this and that. You can earn like $1.50 extra for whatever the hell it is. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So we're doing it. I'm reading what Prop 22 earnings is. At first I didn't understand it, but then I kind of read it like 2-3 times. And the first time we got the prop earnings, we had gotten $210.99, I think. So that was our first time. And then the second time we got the earnings were $400 and something. And when I find the figures, I'm going to post it here. Okay, so now I'm like, whoa, we got double. What happened? Then I realized, the city that we're in, the area that we're in a touristy rich city. So, it's heavy for Ubering, and also, there are certain areas that tip a lot better. So knowing this information, I came up with the strategy. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. Why don't every day we go to this rich area and we're going to stay there and we're going to pick up, all the good stuff. I checked out ChatGPT because I talk to Chat sometimes, and he gives me a little bit of direction on where to go, what to do, and how to do it with whatever I'm doing in my life. So I asked Chat, and I'm saying, Chat, how can I make the most money Ubering in this city that I'm in? So Chat's like, oh yeah, this area is rich, this area pays a lot of tips, this area blah 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 whatever. So I'm like, okay, I come up with a strategy. We stay in this town, and he says, pick up, $10 and over orders, that type of thing, right? That type kind of strategy for which orders to pick up. So I'm like, okay, Chat, we'll do that. So I say, you know what, Bae, this is our strategy. We're gonna pick up $7 and over orders. if we get an order, no matter what it is, and then we get another order added to that, because while you're on a job you can still get orders, so we're gonna pick it up whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's $3, $1, $2, because we already have an order, so that plus that is gonna be whatever at the end of the day. And we already know if they're giving it to us, then that other order is probably gonna be in the same area that we're already gonna go in. So okay, we do that. We plan on going to, trying a different city. We end up going to a more expensive city that we found up north, and we work in that city. And by this time I'm figuring out, okay, this is how this works. This is how Uber works. You have tiers for a reason, because obviously with whatever job that you work, there's incentives to do well, right? So you have to maintain like 5 things. Your on time, your timeliness, the condition that the orders are in when you deliver it, what else? Other stuff. And if you maintain it under above a certain the amount of orders that you take. So if they offer you orders, exclusive orders that's only offered to you, and if you decline them, then that counts against your acceptability rate. There's cancellation orders, like cancellation rates for orders. If you have to cancel for any reason, you have to keep that cancellation rate under a certain amount. So that all factors into, what status you get. So if all your percentages are good on timeliness, acceptability, cancellation, everything like that, you increase or you go up to the next tier. So the bottom tier is green, the next tier is gold, the next tier is diamond, and then the next tier is platinum, and the next tier is diamond. And with each of these you get perks, okay? When you get to like platinum and diamond, you can get higher paying orders. So and then with each order you complete, you get points. So if you're not completing that much orders, so it goes like this. If you're constantly late, your late timeliness is down, and that's late on pickups and deliveries. So that rating is down. If your points are not up to par, so you don't even have much points because you're not delivering that much. So each delivery you get points, right? You need like 500 points to go to whatever tier. If you don't have those points, it means you're not delivering that much, which means you're not getting to the next tier, right? So all of that plays a part. So we got, in a matter of like a month, we got to diamond, right? Okay. We were getting, by the time we went out of town to go Uber in a different city, we were getting the higher paying courier jobs, okay? So I know other people would be like, oh, I'm not about to drive that far. That's gas and this, that, and the other. It's not, it's not convenient or whatever because the mileage and the pay doesn't add up, right? Okay. People that think that way. Okay. So then by the time that we came up to the proper earnings, so we got all the way, we were doing all the deliveries, we got all the way to diamond, we had, everything was perfect, our timeliness, everything. We get to the proper earnings and boom, we made $470. The only reason why we didn't make more than that other 400, because if we continued working and Ubering, we would have definitely made like $6 on the prop earnings alone. Is because we got in a car crash. That's the only reason, bro. So listen, it doesn't matter how, because you have to think, what does the description of the proper earnings say? They're gonna pay you. When you're active and you're driving, right? They're gonna pay you for that time that you're just driving. So if you get a long-term like courier job, and those jobs are like $40 plus, okay, you're gonna get paid that money back. You know what I mean? So it's like so listen to this. We were getting at least $150 to $200 every single day, every single night, and that was only during the dinner time. So just imagine if you do 12 by 12 hour shifts, right? Okay, imagine that. So we were getting that every day that we worked. So just say we worked 5 days or 7 days that week. Add that up. Then every 2 weeks we're getting paid the prop earnings. So that's just extra money. So in reality, are we getting paid now compared to what? Of course, compared to, I'm just talking about regular job, right? All that other information, extra stuff that I be learning, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about just doing a job where it's on your own time. You know, that's an extra, like I said, it was an extra $4,000 a month for us. So that's just a quick tip strategy. If you really, so let me go back to what I was saying. We go to a rich spot, we hang out, wait for the call. I guarantee you, like one night, it was nothing but double digit orders. Nothing but double digits. And I'm talking about 10 and up. And we accepted all of them because they were all good. So, you just kind of want to just work until you get to that point. Like, and it didn't take long. Literally, like, we were working, we only did it for like a month, and we were literally already making $4K a month. So, you see what I mean? Like, it's like, and it's not hard at all. I know everybody's seen all the videos that other people make. You see that it's not hard. Like, so anyway, if you're looking to make extra money, if you have a car, it can be a 2009 or earlier, okay? 2009 or earlier car, and you need extra money. You can start making money that same day with any of these delivery services, okay? Start out in the rich areas. If you get an area that goes out to a non-rich area, go back to the rich area. Go back there and wait again. The spots with the Asian places, okay? Big bucks. Asian food is delicious. Everyone knows it, okay? So you're always gonna get $20, 10 and up orders for those places. Stick to the strategy. It will work for you if you work it, right? Duh, everybody knows that. Oh, I'm just kidding. But a lot of people get lazy and they don't want to apply it, and they think that their old school ways are working for them when all they're doing is stressing their own selves out and getting even more depressed and stressed out, when all they have to do is just spare a few extra hours and just hunker down and make extra money. We worked from 5 to 1, 2, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning. And the ones that we worked later, we would get $200 to $250. So it's like, I know that might sound like pennies to other people, but hey, if you're struggling and everybody's complaining about all these food prices, listen, if you have a car, just get out there and drive, okay? And the insurance is good stuff. I was in that crash while on a job, so they're gonna take care of you. They took care of me. But anyway, that's all I kind of really have to say. Just like an update, beautiful views, encouragement, love, and love unconditionally. Love unconditionally, okay? Love you, bye.